Thank you, Adiola. And much later as we go on, we'll talk to some of our reporters on the field. I do believe that we can go straight off and talk to one of our reporters who's on the street now, Kennedy. If we can get to see Kennedy, and she might be able to just say, yes, there you are. All right, so tell us from your perspective, Kennedy, what's the feel like as people prepare for tomorrow's election?
Thank you, Cyril. I am at polling unit 12, 13, and 14 in Etiosa local government area of Lagos. And I can tell you that the people are prepared for this election. While I was waiting here, I spoke with some people off camera who have been coming around to verify their voting units. They've been to this voting unit here. There's another one across the road as well, and another one down the road. People have been going there to make sure to verify where they will be voting tomorrow. The people are hopeful. They are really prepared for this forthcoming election. Some people are going about their final shopping, because markets and other places will be closed tomorrow, so they're doing their final shopping. And one of my colleagues who visited the Riverine area of Lagos testified to the fact that people in those places too are well catered for. They are prepared for this election too as well. He also reported that there is a great influx of people to this environment because a lot of people registered there and they are back home to cast their ballots tomorrow. Somebody is here to speak with me, Lanre. He wants to tell us how prepared he is for tomorrow's election. Lanre, how prepared are you for the election tomorrow?
Very prepared. I think I'm
okay,
good.
So what are your expectations from INEC and even from the security agencies and people, Nigerians at large?
Okay, I think security has to be the number one thing, especially in Lagos State. I think the security needs to be tight. I think here is actually looks very safe to me. We have the police station here, Navy and the Boni cantonment nearby. So that's actually expected. I think what we actually expect from the INEC is a free and fair election. They have to be up and doing because this election is something, it has to lead to a change. And I feel the INEC is actually majorly responsible for everything.
All right, so are you going to be voting tomorrow? Do you have your PVC?
Yeah, I do. It's very necessary. All youth should come out. We shouldn't just say, yeah, we have the PVC and keep it in our wallets. We should all come out to vote. It's very, very necessary.
All right. Thank you very much, Larry. Thank you very much, Larry. I'm going to take from what he said there, talking about security. In the last 3 days, the security agencies in Lagos, they've been meeting, they've been strategizing, and they've been planning on how to ensure that lives and properties are protected during this election. And one major takeaway from their meetings is that security agencies participating in this election should make sure that professionalism is their watchword, and they are also going to ensure that lives of people are protected and human rights is also protected during this election. Lagos is synonymous to traffic, but during this period the roads are free. From Lagos Island to the mainland, Ikotun area of Lagos, Ikorodu, Badagry, the roads are totally free, devoid of the usual traffic in the Lagos state. And in terms of INEC, the insensitive materials have been taken to the registration area centers. They've been distributed. They say that they are fully prepared for this election. All the stakeholders are synergizing and all hands are on deck to ensure that the process is seamless tomorrow. Cyril?
Kennedy, it's a good thing you talked about the traffic being light, because that was something I was going to ask you about. I see from where you're standing, I mean, it's not the usual kind of traffic we see in Lagos. And I was going to say, is it that so many people have decided they want to stay away from the roads? But you've talked about that. You also talked about security. Well, we here can assure those watching that we have the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of operations right here with us in the Abuja studios. He'll also give us a view and an insight into how prepared the police are. Of course, you know the police are the lead agency in this matter. The other thing I would have loved to ask you, Kenny, but I know it's probably not going to be easy for you, is that are you prepared? You spoke to someone who's prepared. Are you prepared? But then I realized that you probably would be walking all around tomorrow, and it may be a little bit difficult for you to go and perform this civic responsibility. How do you say?
Well, we are fully prepared. I am particularly prepared too as well, because we've been made to go through a series of training here in Lagos, and some of us have even had to travel outside of Lagos. Lessons learned from those trainings, they brought it back to us here in Lagos, and we've gathered knowledge from them. So we are prepared. We know that we are to cover the elections. We know what we ought to do. We don't have to be overzealous in what we do. Just reports the situation the way it is. We are also fully prepared.
Andy, we'll be looking forward to speaking to you from Etiosa, I guess, as we go on. Thank you. All right, Kennedy Adebisi